Sarah Saxanama, and these are the top stories so far. Eminent Persons Group fails to submit joint report due to the Indian side's reluctance. Scenario gives way to fears over implementation aspects of the report. Nepal Airlines Corporation requests support from the government following its financial woes. Says serious efforts afoot to finalize destinations. Saudi Arabia's public prosecutor concludes an intelligence officer ordered Jamal Khashoggi's murder, clearing Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman of the allegations. And India books its place in the semi-finals of the ICC Women's World T20 Tournament, defeating Ireland by 52 runs. Let's begin with the latest national political updates. The Eminent Persons Group on Nepal-India relations has not been able to submit its joint report for the past 4 months. This is primarily due to the Indian side's reluctance to receive the report. The scenario has given way to fears over the implementation aspects of the joint report. While the Indian government has cited Prime Minister Narendra Modi's busy schedule as the reason behind their inability to receive the joint report, Foreign Minister Pradeep Gyawali on Wednesday hinted that New Delhi was in fact not interested in entertaining the report. Some analysts have also opined the Indian Premier is not willing to receive the report considering the upcoming state elections in India. The group had a chance of submitting the report to both the Prime Ministers at the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation BIMSTEC Summit in August earlier this year. However, the issue was not even brought up. The Eminent Persons Group was formed to review the 1950 treaty and border disputes among other bilateral issues. However, the Indian side's non-cooperation in receiving the report has raised questions on the implementation part of the recommendations. Nilambar Acharya, a member of the Eminent Persons Group Nepal, was recommended for the post of Nepal's ambassador to India, while another member, Rajan Bhattarai, has been appointed as the foreign advisor to Prime Minister. Now, the government has called back the ambassadors from Israel and South Africa. The government has summoned the ambassador to Israel, Niranjan Kumar Thapa, and South Africa, Amrit Bahadur Rai. The government spokesperson, Gokul Baskota, informed that Anjan Sakya has been recommended in place of Thapa. The decision made by the cabinet on the 11th of November was made public by Baskota yesterday. He further informed that the decisions of the meeting of the Council of Ministers would only be made public after the decisions are fully approved, while a press meet would be held every Thursday to inform about the decisions. And with that, we'll take a short break here. We have more news when we come back. Do stay with us. The national flag carrier Nepal Airlines Corporation has requested support from the government following its financial woes. The corporation has faced problems in daily cash flow as of recent after failing to operate its new Airbuses as planned. Nepal Airlines Corporation had estimated to generate revenue worth 7 billion rupees annually from the 2 wide-bodied aircrafts. However, despite the lapse of 4 months, the Airbuses have been limited to short-distance flights due to the lack of permits for the targeted destinations. Out of a total fleet of 15 airplanes, the corporation has only been operating 8. That includes 6 airplanes flying to international destinations, while 7 others have been grounded. According to the corporation, it has fixed asset worth 49 billion rupees against a loan of 39.38 billion rupees. The corporation has to pay an installment of 1.13 billion rupees every 3 months. Officials of the corporation have said serious efforts are afoot to finalize destinations for the new Airbuses and to make use of the grounded airplanes as well. The 2 Airbus 330 were bought with a loan of 24 billion rupees with the government as the guarantor. And we have more news coming up, but right now it's time for yet another short break. The The 3 kilometers road section that connects Birtamot with Chandragadi and Injhapa has been tendered to a construction company with a budget of 330 million rupees for its upliftment-related works. However, the contractor company has left both the sides of road dug and unattended for a month now. In this context, we have asked the locals and pedestrians what difficulties have they been facing with the ditches and dust of damaged roads. In our Public Voice segment, let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
फोहोर मैला भइराछ, झिंगाहरू उडिराछन्, दुर्गन्ध भइराछ, मान्छेले अब यहाँ हिँड्दाखेरि सबैले नाक छोपेर हिँड्नु परिराछ।
बाटो हिँड्नै अप्ठ्यारो छ, अलि अँध्यारो परेपछि त हिँड्नै सकिँदैन। हाम्रो खुट्टा अलि बुढो मान्छेलाई त साह्रै अप्ठ्यारो भइसक्यो।
दुर्घटना हुने पनि चान्सेसहरु भइरहेको छ यो नालीहरु यसरी अव्यवस्थित तरिकाले खनिएर छोडिएको अवस्थामा।
अब यस्तो छ बाटो हामी यात्रीहरुलाई हिँड्नु असुविधा छ।
पानीको समस्या छ, अहिले हाम्रो टोयलेट बाथरुममा पानी पनि छैन। हाम्रो व्यवसाय अस्ति अब चौडबल थियो भनौँ न हैन, अहिले त माइनसमै आइछ के, मान्छेहरु यहाँबाट हिँड्न पनि नमिल्ने हैन, अब जान अप्ठ्यारो, हामीलाई नि गाडी ल्याएर राख्न अप्ठ्यारो।
नराम्रो बनाएर राम्रो बनाउने हो, तर तपाईको यसलाई चाहिँ पुर्दिएको भएदेखि आज जनताले दुःख पाउने थिएनन्।
बच्चाहरु डुबेर मर्ने को जिम्मेवारी हुन्छ?
गाडी कुद्ने ठाउँमा पनि यात्रीहरु हिँडिराख्नु परिरहेछ अनि घरको पेटीबाट भित्रबाट कताबाट हुन्छ एकदम जोगिएर हिँड्नुपर्ने परिस्थिति छ। यहाँ लडिन्छ, के हुन्छ, खाल्मा परिन्छ।
पाइप टुक्राएर पानी छटाछुला पारेको छ, तर सडक बनाउने ठेकेदारलाई सडक बनाउने सम्बन्धी मान्छेलाई कसैलाई महत्त्व पनि छैन। जति जनताले दुःख पाइहाले, यिनीहरूले जनताले दुःख पाएकै हेर्न खोजिरहेको छ होला।
यहाँ जनप्रतिनिधिको लापरवाही हो कि ठेकेदारको लापरवाही हो कि यहाँको जनप्रतिनिधिले के हेरेर बस्दै हुनुहुन्छ?
It's now time for us in Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And the question is, why has liquidity crisis persisted in banking sector? Your options are A, nexus between banks to raise interest, B, failure to use the development budget, and C, poor regulation. The voting for that question is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And with that, it's now time for the sports update.
Sports news.
India has secured its place in the ICC Women's World T20 semi-finals with a 52-run win over Ireland. In the match played at the Providence Stadium in Guyana this morning, India opted to bat first, having won the toss and posted a total of 145 runs in the stipulated 20 overs, losing 6 wickets. Mithali Raj made half a century with the help of 4 fours and won 6 to score 51 runs off 56 balls. Kim Garth, who took 2 wickets, was Ireland's top wicket taker. Chasing a target of 146 runs for victory, Ireland were restricted to 93 runs in the allotted 20 overs, losing 9 wickets. Isobel Joyce, who contributed 33 runs, and Claire Sillington, who added 23 runs, were the only players to reach double figures for Ireland. Indian spinner Radha Yadav grabbed 3 wickets, while Deepti Yadav took 2 to restrict Ireland at 93 runs. This is the 3rd time India has entered the semi-finals of ICC T20 World Cup tournament. India will face Australia tomorrow in its final group stage match, which will also decide the winner of Group B. In another match played under Group B this morning, New Zealand defeated Pakistan by 54 runs. Both New Zealand and Pakistan had already crashed out of the tournament before playing each other. Now, Nepalese spin prodigy Sandeep Lamichhane is to return to the Indian Premier League as Delhi Daredevils have retained him for the upcoming 12th season of the tournament that is to be held in March of 2019. The Delhi Daredevils have retained 14 players, including 5 international players, along with Sandeep Lamichhane. The team has, however, released senior players like Gautam Gambhir and Australian Glenn Maxwell. Gautam, who captained the initial matches, will be replaced by Shreyas Iyer. Delhi had acquired Sandeep Lamichhane for 2 million Indian rupees last season. The contract fees for the upcoming season, however, has not been disclosed yet. Lamichhane, who has also played at the Caribbean Premier League and Global T20 Canada, is preparing for the upcoming Big Bash and the Bangladesh Premier League. Lamichhane, who debuted for the Delhi Daredevils in the match against Royal Challengers Bangalore, took 5 wickets in 3 matches in the Indian Premier League last season. Now, before we wrap up, here's a look at the top stories once again. Eminent Persons Group fails to submit joint report due to Indian side's reluctance. Scenario gives way to fears over implementation aspects of the report. Nepal Airlines Corporation requests support from the government following its financial woes, says serious efforts afoot to finalize destinations. Saudi Arabia's public prosecutor concludes an intelligence officer ordered Jamal Khashoggi's murder, clearing Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman of the allegations. And India books its place in the semi-finals of ICC Women's World T20 Tournament, defeating Ireland by 52 runs. And that's all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will be at 11 this morning. Keep watching Kantipur TV HD for more news and entertainment. Have a great day.